Welcome back to another Hockey Nation Live Tonight show with the Hockey Coach, Global Coach Frenchy Quiz for the beautiful country of the land of the smile and talent on the great Tuesday night, June 2023. An amazing, great day, hopefully, for every one of you. Glad to having each one of you in the show tonight. It's all about the NHL news today. We're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to talk about fun things. We're going to talk about the NHL draft. It's fun as news gunning from the New Jersey, the Ottawa Senator, all the trade bait, all the UFA, RFA, and of course Sean Monahan are going to be the big conversation tonight at the show tonight. So this is a lot of things to talk about on the great special night of the Hockey Nation live tonight show. First of all, guys, let's see what we got on the subject tonight for each one of you. And let's talking about not this one. It was another mistake right here. But let's talking about this, the NHL Draft 2023, the NHL news, and the update around the league. That's going to talk about this. We have a lot of news around the league happening today in the last 24 hours. We want to hear from each one of you. Let me know what you think about fun news happening in NHL. Of course, if you follow, guys, the app Daily News, and I ask you, please follow this, watch this video every morning at 7 a.m. is out. Today, Hughes won picks. He won picks. He wants to get picks for the upcoming season. We'll be interested what Kenya is going to do until the June 28th. That's what we got, guys, on this special. And then, you know already, Monahan signed a one-year deal, a sweet deal with the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to talk about Sean Monahan and the Montreal Canadiens in the next couple of minutes. And that's what we got tonight on this one over there. And my question, guys, I have a question for you guys. We talk about this, me and the moderator, about that maybe a new way to do that. We are thinking to create a new channel. It's called the Montreal, the HABS Nation. It's something we are thinking for the last couple of weeks, and then we'll be a little bit more serious about this. We may be going to do a test during the summer to have a new channel only exclusively about the Montreal Canadiens. What happened with the Hockey Nation show. We're going to consider to be here, but we're going to create a one only for the Ab Nation. It's going to be in French and English, most of the English, but it's going to be in French at some point. But that's what we try to figure out for the summer. It's not going to happen right away. Like I said, we're going to not mix up everything, but we're going to starting slowly to make some video over there. And my point, I would like to you guys subscribe for this channel. And you can see this is coming from Luciano. Helped me to get a logo. And it's called the Ad Nation, HNS, part of the Hockey Nation, like we do here for the last 3 years. Again, we're not shut down that channel here. We just consider to have two channels, one exclusively about the Montreal Canadiens, where we know we do the Ab branch, the summer show we have for the Montreal Canadiens. So if you have any feedback you want to give to us, please let me know. Put this in the chat. Luciano Inarta is going to take a note of those answers. That'd be great if you can give us a bit more some insight about that new thing we want to create here. Anyhow, tonight NHL news and update we'll get for you guys, and that's what happening. But before we do, starting right away, we want to talk a little bit about the people in the chat. Without you, this would be impossible. We want to thank all the moderators to be a part of the show tonight on the great Tuesday night in June 20. First of all, when Mr. Larry Lavallee, directly from upstate New York, is in the house tonight. We always miss Mr. Larry. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our friend Jake McEnwee is back in the house. Mr. Jake, thanks for being with our Canadian show. Mr. A2, talk about the Monahan. We're going to talk about this in the next seconds, the next 2-3 minutes, guys. You're absolutely right about this, and I'm going to talk about it a bit more. Mr. Sébastien is in the house. Welcome back, Mr. Sébastien. Hopefully you're doing well. Always a pleasure to have Mr. Sébastien in the house. With the moderator, Mr. Luciano GRAZIANO is in the house too. Welcome back. Look. Dewsby. Monahan Gracing at that number. Dewsby is in the house. Welcome back. And better, Mr. Advisor is in the house. Welcome back, Mr. Advisor. And following by Mr. Inartap is right here in the big house at the Hockey Nation Live Show. Time for some new music, because that's Poudal about that one. Claude Richard is in the house. Welcome back, Claude. Thanks to be the Hockey Nation Live Show directly from Ottawa. From Alberta, our friend Randy Walkman is in the house. We're going to talk about the Calgary Flames tonight. Try to get if everybody else, the people, welcome everybody, each one of you. That's great to hear that. Coach Pierre, gonna hit the straight this weekend. Maybe hit the casino is loaded with bat. No, we don't have a casino here where I am. We have a nightlife here, Sebastian. And with all the job I have to do right now, I'm not really go nowhere. I just walk every day. And I enjoy the beach, I enjoy the view, and I enjoy the lifestyle of Thailand when I can. Flame talking to everyone. They are going to be very active about this. It's for tonight. We'll get the breakfast. Glad to hear that. Go Abs, go from Mr. Larry. Then we have a few people talking each other. Try to pick it up. Anything. If you have any question, guys, salut. André Robert Drouin. Welcome back, André. Hopefully, everything is doing well with you, Mr. André. 1.9 million for 1 year, make it Yacht Norris all involved, Mr. Deuce. Kyle Beach is in the house. Welcome back, advisor. He's going to show his battery. William McClary, Cliff, Ontario is in the house. Game 7 tomorrow. Knight and Gallagher after Fiber went last night, but a 5-2 Yes, I was going to talk about this, but you're absolutely right. Game number 7 at the American Hockey League for the Calder Trophy. Would be interesting to see that. Mr. Real Deal is in the house. Draft Mix Club on my NHL GM mode. Buffalo Sabre. I sent him to a skill. He finished it with 80 points. 309 points. That's a way to want to say that. By the way, great logo for you, Real Deal. Thanks so much, Mr. William. Knock it out of the ballpark. Mr. Gary is in the house. Welcome back. Chris, part of the consider right to build. Anybody I mentioned, but Rainbacker, I'm sick of the hearing his name. He is a good plug, but absurd people putting him in the top 5. We're going to talk about this next couple of minutes, guys. And we're going to see, I see anybody is in the house. Alex McLean from Maritime is in the house, I believe. Welcome back, Alex. It will be a pleasure having him in the house. I'll just pick it up. And then Jake is in the house. The draft maybe, can you show about this one there? That is signed Matt Murray to a 2 years contract. I'm be sure you understand Matt Murray. I have 2 Matt Murray. The Matt Murray for the Dallas Star, American Hockey goaltender, play with the Austin Star in the American Hockey League. And then you have the Matt Murray play for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So don't mix up both of them. It's 2 different players, 2 different goaltender. One with the Dallas Star organization and one with the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Jake talked about the one with the Dallas Star. Signed him a contract a couple of days ago, maybe last week. The Buffalo signed GRAZIANO to a young deal, $2.5 million. We're going to talk about him. The 29 years old signed a contract of 2.5. I think he had 10 goals, 8 assists, 18 points last year. The 29 years old of the Buffalo Sabres draft at the first round many years ago. But now, guys, going to start the show talking a bit about let's talking about Montreal Canadiens very quickly. Tonight is about everything. We talk about Sven team, everything like that. I have a nice video for the Flyers, by the way. They have a new uniform, the New York, the Flyers. But the Montreal Canadiens did it. And if you watched my video yesterday, I did a small video. The Monahan one deal, $1.985 million. The last couple of months, one Marco was surprised. He talked to me before the show. He was shocked to see Monahan sign contract, and we debate about this. I don't know, it was last show, maybe within our tap, but I always said the Montreal Canadiens are going to get Monahan around $2 million. All right, this was already on my mind. If the Montreal want to consider what they try to build, they need a Monahan at the top 6. And it's a good deal for both parties, for the Montreal Canadiens and for the Monahan at the same time. Marco was a bit he was a bit not like, again, he was just not understand why Monahan is going to get a contract at that level and not to testing the UFA. Now you think if nobody want to offer a contract, I think Monahan could hit testing the UFA, but When you reach, guys, you play in NHL. You have 6 years, 7 year, 8 year, 9 years experience in NHL, right? So you're between 26 to 30 years old. Now the life's changing. You've been there. Think about your life right now. Go backwards. Rewind your life. Go back at 18 years old, 19 years old, 20 years old, right? You maybe go to college, maybe go to school, maybe go to army, whatever it is, right? And then you try to build your life. Now you get out and you have all the kind of great timing time. But then after that, you hit a woman and then you get married and then you think about family. Now it's become the life changing on your life, on your head. You now is thinking about family, job, security, and responsibilities, everything like that. That's the same thing happening, guys. Those people, they are not fun like us. They are human beings. The only thing they do, they make money and they play at the hockey NHL. That's the only fun you have between me and them and us. We don't have money. They have more money and they play NHL. We don't. But they have the same style of life. They have a house. They have a kid. They have a car. It's all the same thing. They have problem and you can go like this. So Monahan, guys, love Montreal Canadiens. Monahan like the teammates. Montreal like the city. And I think at some point he realized what happening last year. He want to give another shot for the Montreal Canadiens. So it's not only the fact like he's saying a one-deal contract for the Montreal is good. If you think about Montreal Canadiens, but you get right now a top 6 players, 17 point and 25 game, right? 6 goals, 11 assists. You bring a guy can play on the special team, both side of the game, PK and power play. You bring a guy can over 50% of winning face-off during the season. You bring a guy with experience in the locker room and on the ice. You bring a guy can take over his win under wing, a guy like Sikorsky, Caulfield, Suzuki, a Doc. So he bring a lot of things you're looking for the veterans. A lot of people, oh, we don't need veterans. You need a mix, guys, when you're building. A Savard, a Jake Allen, a Mike Madison, a Monahan. Those kind of players. Joshua Nelson could be another one. Help the Montreal Canadiens to build that foundation at the bottom. You cannot have only rookies. You cannot have only young core inside your team. And the flip side, Monahan guy, oh, by the way, Montreal, by the way, if Monahan have a good year, let's say you have 12 goals, 15 goals at the trade deadline, right? You have about 40 points, maybe 35 points. You have a good year at the end of the day. That'll give Montreal Canadiens to have another asset in their hands to make a trade at the trade deadline if they want to get something better in return. That's exactly what was the plan last year when they got a first-round pick for the Calgary Flames and to possible to trade money to get something good on the 2023. You never know what turn around to be good for the Montreal next February, but expect that kind of the thinking Ken you, Jeff Gordon are thinking. On the flip side, Monahan said, look, I love the city. I love to play here. My fillet enjoy it. And then we'll see what's happening. Yeah, nothing wrong, guys. If Montreal love Sean Monahan and Monahan like to be with Montreal, he's going to be 30 years old and maybe have a deal for 2-3 years after that deal yesterday or today. And then he can make another deal for $3.5, $4 million possible. And to bring that kind of Jordan-style players I'm talking about. You know, the third center, the veteran now. That's the kind of players maybe Montreal could keep for Sean Monahan. And the only red flag behind everything, right, is, of course, the prone injury. His injuries a lot during his career, his hip problem, his ankle last year. And that's the only thing you can think about Sean Monahan. Otherwise, I just express everything. By the way, by the trade deadline, guy, a contract at $2 million like he got. If Montreal decided to trade him, he could get a 50% discount, retaining the money for the rest of the season. It would cost only $1 million for opening team, for that team one money in at the end of the day. So this is a sweet, sweet deal for the Montreal Canadiens. And for Monahan to come back, maybe show his value in NHL to get a bit more money. This is what he's looking for. So this is really what's happening for Sean Monahan. Now, I have a question for you guys because during last year, like I mentioned, you have 25 games, 17 points. During his career, 479 points and 681 game. But what happening after that? Now you have Suzuki, Monahan, Doc, Evans, Dvorak, and you can add Beck now, 6 center for the Montreal Canadiens. So what I look about this, guys, I said, wait a minute. Monahan, guys, the new deal brings some kind of reflection or thinking about, is it the last game for Christian Dvorak with the Montreal Canadiens? Is it done or not with Pierre-Luc Dubois? Because if you keep Dvorak, we have 6 center. If we add Dubois, he's a center too. So this is a lot of questions you can get with that. I think Hugo, he fixed 2 things with that situation with Monahan. He fixed his top 6 players. He can play winger, right? And then he can fix, of course, if ever we trade another asset for trade Dvorak if you want to. We know Dvorak have a contract of 2 years at $4.5 million. Now, if you follow a bit more, the cap friendly, everything, the contract, everything like that, the Montreal Canadiens with Christian Dvorak, he hit in July his NMTC. So it's a limit of 10 team or 15 team. I don't know exactly his number of the team he does not want to go. I don't have it in front of me. I did not look before the show. I apologize. But he have the NMTC contract hit in July. Can you maybe trade him before that or not? Team looking for center, Colorado, possible Winnipeg is another team are looking for center right there. Minnesota is another team looking for center. That's possible. Montreal is thinking about this, and maybe, and you say, you know what? We never have enough center in NHL, so let's get money on with them. So that's happening, guys. I don't know what you think about Dvorak. I don't know. We know the story about Pierre-Luc Dubois hanging with Cole Caulfield. The proposal of the Kings was to get Byfield or Villardi with Thursday for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Montreal, some expert put Anderson Dvorak package for the Winnipeg Jet. I know about this, but I don't know if Montreal is going to get this. Is it too early to get Pierre-Luc Dubois? Could we wait one more year? Those questions, guys, you can answer and you can share them with you. I know the time I'm talking to you like this, I'm only focusing on the camera. I don't look about the feed. When I have enough tap or Marco with me, it's easier for me to check the feed. But when I'm talking, I'm really focusing on the subject, guys. I like that, and I don't look on the feed. So stay with me, guys. We're going to go back on the feed. I'm going to pick it up what the comments are from each one of you. And first of all, I would like to invite everybody. Don't forget, please, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. And every Wednesday night, tomorrow night, guys, Marco and Uptop are back with me with the Ab Nation Barbecue Show. We're going to be live tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m. All summer, we talk about the Montreal Canadiens, specific only the Montreal Canadiens, guys, the Monday night and the Wednesday night. The other night, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we're going to talk about NHL, including Montreal Canadiens. And this is what they are, the show for the summer. We are off the Friday, and we are off the Saturday. Sometimes the Sunday or the Thursday will be optional for the summer. We take a 1 week's vacation in July, and we take 1 week's vacation in August. And that would not interference with the rookie camp and development camp for the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to cover this. Don't forget, we'll be live 28 for the NHL draft. Here we go, guys. Let's see what we got here, guys. All the way up here. And the chat. And go get that over there. We'll see what we got here. Anybody talk about Rebecca? We'll talk about this next couple of minutes, by the way. I will pick up where we at the beginning. Travis Green will be a part of Devil's coaching staff. And I thought, my friend, hello. Alex McLean, we said hi to you, my friend. That's just around the corner. I cannot wait. Hey, coach, I'm at the house too. Welcome back, Jake McEnway. Saber, sign, we got that one over there. I predict 2.5 would be good deal, but same money until $2 million is amazing contract. Well done, Jake, Ken, and Blackhawks champion advisor. Coach, I heard Jonathan Drouin have a problem with another Montreal Canadian players. I did hear this. I didn't heard that, honestly. Real. I don't know if someone heard about this. I'll be glad to elaborate about this, but I did not hear anything about Drouin. The last, at least, send the end of the season very quick. Hughes really brought the Boston Bruins salary structure so far, getting guys to buy into the plan and not overpay. We're on track. Great stuff. Well said, Mr. Hughes, about him. Monahan is banking on himself. He needs to show he can stay healthy. Monahan did for the major money next season. The cap is going way up. He will cash in for the next season. Great point about Randy Walkman. We know that the salary cap is going to increasing next season, the next year following after that, the next 2-3 years, right? A lot of player guys going to sign at the UFA, possible a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal because they want to cash more after that. So expect that, and that's one reason what Monahan he believed that would be the best way for him for sure. Mr. Terry T is in the house. Welcome back, Terry T. Thanks to be with our Canadian Live Show. You're 28 years old. A 1-year contract is not what you want, but it's not because of that, Steve. The reason behind that is which team are going to give him a 3, 4, 5 years contract when he did not get play many games in the last 3 seasons in NHL. That's the biggest problem he has. He has no leverage to set knock the door. I want $5 million for the next 3 years. He's limited. So sometimes players thinking 2 ways. Let's have a 1-year deal contract. And it's happening many times, guys, over 30 years old in NHL, by the way. But for the case of Monahan, he's only 28, is because he still carrying on many injuries in the last couple of years. So he wants to rebuild his values in NHL. He wants to prove maybe he can play 60 games, 65 games. A guy like Monahan plays 70 games, guys. He has no reason he cannot bring 50 points with the team he played for. He's still a great hockey player, but that's what I believe that's what I believe he's thinking. And then plus, he said, you know what? Next year the salary cap increasing. I can get maybe a $4 million for a deal at 3 years, whatever it is. Denis Savard is in the house. Denis Savard, some 28 years old, just signed a $10.5 million contract. I don't know his name. $10.5 million. The last one signed contract a long term is Jesper Pratt. Before that, it was Damon Stevenson. So I don't know, Randy, who you're talking about. Money like Mr. Martin St. Louis. Money, way too many injuries. Nobody will take a chance giving him a long-term deal right now. And Rabina, welcome back. Money look very skinny. Did he drop weight? Possible. About that one over there. Money give you option that's still instead of buying just a Chevrolet, or you can also buy a Mercedes. Yeah. Broke. I think Monahan want to be ABS, and after his 1-year contract, his CLT is something, an extension with the ABS. I was just talking about this a little bit earlier, Gary. You're absolutely about this. Look like you need to add weight. Maybe I just believe he will land our container at the deadline time. Again, great for Montreal. A little for Monahan, CG. How much cap does Montreal have again? But this is really a good question, deal, because now, the Montreal played with contract with Carey Price, right? Carey Price, by the way, returned in British Columbia, and he'll be back anyway. So Montreal getting our over contract at $1.25 million right now. So if you are the off-season, off-summer, guys, the maximum you can carry on your salary cap is 10%. So if the salary cap is $83.5 million, you can add another $8,350,000 plus so it's about like $92 million. That's the max salary cap you can carry on during off summer. you don't have to apply any long-term injury reserve until the beginning of the season if you want to. If not, Montreal Canadiens, when you're going to put Carey Price right now on the salary cap, but that would give Montreal Canadiens a little bit leverage to get more players at 9. Maybe they will get about 9.241. 9.241. No, 8.249. So that would be right now the carry price with the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. Now they tried to trade off Edmondson. That will open up at 3.4 or 4.5 million dollars if they're happening with the both player out of the lineup. But they say have some kind of money they can play around for Monahan. Monahan for the Montreal Canadiens. Great day for Monahan and Randy. It depends where you see that, but I agree with you about this. It would be easy for Montreal to get a first round pick for Monahan at that salary. It all depends what he look like, but the possibilities are still there. And Rabinov, thanks so much for the likes. So I don't see the ad at trading Monahan. The closest he would be full of the prospect. Don't need anymore. Draft pick and trade. Funny, Gary, talk about this, guys. Because next year, we're going to talk about this tomorrow night. The Montreal Canadiens are really at the max of the rebuilding draft pick. If you go behind the last 5 years, I believe Montreal Canadiens have 5 first-round pick in the last 3 years. And they have about 17 picks in the first 3 rounds in the last couple of years. So at some point, you cannot only accumulate picks. You have to be a little bit careful about that. So it will be interesting what can use. I think at 2024, they will make maybe a break to get only picks and not focusing now to make a little bit more fun ways to make a trade or something like that for the Montreal Canadiens at some point. Monahan can play wing now. Yes, coach, this is a one-day contract only for Montreal. It's about asset acquisition for use in Monahan and banking on future. Yes and no. Like I said, I would not be surprised Montreal keep Monahan for the upcoming season for maybe another deal in the future about that for me and Octave. It's a little bit not only to make the trade deadline. He brings too much on the table. Montreal don't have those kind of players right now on the top 6, another big 6'2", 6'3" forward, and that will helping the Montreal Canadiens. I would love to keep him a 2 years contract, 3 years after that, and possible trade more Christian Dubois, in my opinion, in our top. Laviette already messed up himself, made a statement today that the team need to compete harder, win a cup. Good Laviette. Joseph Lahem, he's in the house. So welcome back, Joseph. Will you enjoy your summer? Well, it's not about summer. This is summer today. 21st, 21 already. We're here in Thailand. Wow. Anyhow, Joseph, welcome in the house. The news usually will make a change today. We'll talk about this in a bit later. Monahan does not have a choice, and Montreal took advantage. Not sure if they could even make a back the park type for Dubois. I don't think so. I think the Montreal fans have. I don't talk to you directly, dudes, a lot. All right, but I think Dubois bring a lot on the table. This is a guy that players many teams would love to have in their lineup. Well, come on, coach. But first of all, he won't face off. Secondly, you can use him on power play, and you can use him on the short and good. He does the details of the game. He's a hunter, he's a checker, he's a back checker, he's a smart hockey player. He have a great IQ sense. Everything that. Yeah, but he don't score 20 goals. Sometimes you have those kind of players you need. You can't have only 20 goals. You need you have some kind of role inside the team. This is a guy that players like Martin said we love to have because he said, look, if I need this for this situation, I can use Dubois. If I need this for another players to back up my power play, number one is out for 2-minute power play. He is out for penalty example, or he is out for the game for injury. But Dubois can fill that hole. We need a power face-off defensive zone on the PK. Dubois can send. You send Dubois guys and Monahan on the ice at the same time. 2 center right now at over 52 to 55% on the face-off. Those details on the eyes of the hockey fan is not there. But you think about a guy who would pick his stick under other stick. Is a guy going to go through the defenseman without make a penalty for interference? But he knows the game. He knows the three side of the zone. He knows exactly what to play the 200. This is what Christian Dvorak is. That's all. Is that Dvorak can score 15 goals and he could bring 45 points at 50 points per game. Dvorak would be amazing. For me, is a great third center in NHL and a second center if you need it at some points during the season. But I don't think so. Is a consistency defense center number 2 and your team. And NHL, if you're a contender to play in the playoff and maybe a long run. But you need a guy like Christian Dvorak and your team. Again, it's not again you dudes. It's just my opinion about Dvorak. So if you put Dvorak guys on the market, you're going to get something in return. I can promise you that. You're going to get something. Now, it's not a first-round pick. I understand that. But don't think he's like a guy like you're going to get a 5, 6, 7 round pick in return. Yeah, you are right, coach, but there's 20 years and all after them play hockey, what should make it. Remember night, I mean, night, look, all plays apart. The draft would be gone, and yes, and now Pierre-Luc opened the door again. Watch the draft closer. It would be the most active draft ever. You're going to have a lot of move in the draft at some point for sure. I feel like Montreal is going to make a mistake. And I will tell you again, if they pick Pierre-Luc Dubois and they're going to cost them a prospect like Cooley, like Hudson, like a MEILLEUR, or whatever they're going to get, they're going to make a big mistake for the Montreal Canadiens. To add Pierre-Luc Dubois in 2023, 2024, right now, it's not the time to add those kind of players for the Montreal Canadiens. They are rebuilding. They are not ready to jump in for the next level. They have to wait in 2024 summertime to make those kind of deal, to get a UFA like Pierre-Luc Dubois or whatever it is are right now a UFA. In my opinion, I will not touch Pierre-Luc Dubois at all. I will wait next year, and I don't want to give anything in return. Secondly, he need to prove he's at a Rand Owenson prototype the plus at $8 million per year, and he's going to give you only 67 points, 68 points. Who is it? The guy is going to carry on that team on his shoulder. And that's what we don't know about Pierre-Luc Dubois. And again, Montreal Canadiens are not ready yet right now. They are not ready yet. They are not ready yet to get a Pierre-Luc Dubois for the upcoming season. That would move the second leg. That would bring the team to be better. And now they're going to compete, and they're going to be maybe out of the top 10 draft 2024. You have a plan. The plan is a building 5 years. You have to be patient as a hockey fans in Montreal. Not 1 year, not 2 years, 5 years. Why to rush everything? Why to bring now Pierre-Luc Dubois and the team right now? What would be the purpose behind that? For that? And that's my biggest question about this. You have to wait 1 year, one more year, and wait for now to move on with other players and UFA. That my opinion about that over there for me. For Pierre-Luc Dubois. And again, I will repeat. He asked to leave Columbus. He asked to leave Winnipeg. And he asked, I only want to play there, and there. Repeat again, coach. He asked, I want to play in LA. I want to play in Montreal. And that's it, that's all. Which player does this in NHL? Want to get out of one city, he want to get out to another city, and he want to now to tell to the team, wait a minute, you not only I don't sign with you, but I'm going to tell you where I want to play next year. And you want to have a player like that on your team? That's the kind of character player you want to have on your team to build a champion team? A guy would tell you what to do. He would tell you what he needs, what he wants. That's what you want in your team? Not sure. Not sure. So far, he did not prove me anything. Is a great teammate, in my opinion. But we have all different opinion. If you love Pierre-Luc Dubois, not a problem. If Montreal Canadiens sign Pierre-Luc Dubois, I'm the wagon. I follow Montreal Canadiens all my life. But not always be I agree with what they did, the decision, but I'm going to cheer for them. And yeah, so many things to talk about. I'm behind again. If Monahan play more game and he has number, they are good all aspect of the game. Montreal will keep him and raise the salary to keep another 2 years contract. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about this. André Robert can also play wing, never too early. Bonjour, Luciano. Ben again, Pierre-Luc want $9.5 million. The coach should invite an tap. Like Hoffman, we may have to just wait for the Varak and Armia contract expire until we rebuilding and not to press for the cap space. Great point, Deuce, about this. You know, Armia and the Varak have 2 years on the contract. They're going to be at the end of next season, guys, at the expiry final contract. That's give a little bit more leverage for the team to trade a player like that, like Hoffman and Edmondson this year. But absolutely right about this, Deuce. Not happening, Randy. Pierre-Luc will get and will be happy or bye-bye. Hoffman for McDavid. Armia is a target for buyout. And Rabina, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if Montreal Canadiens buy a players. If you think about this guy, is 67% buyout, and then they'll give a double season. So Armia, you buy him out. That will give money for the next 4 years for the Montreal salary cap for the player for nothing. It's not the way to get there. Armia does not hurt the Montreal Canadiens right now. Does not hurt. It would be better if he's not there. But it's not like there's the biggest problem right now for the Montreal Canadiens. At that moment, for this year, not next year, but for this year, I don't think it's a big problem. If you can, it'll be good. The work was a Bergeron move. Kenyos has no attachment to him. Very tradable. Gary, yeah, it is. Eventually, the right has to go for the young guys coming and moving and Sonar Collectors. Sound good to me. Yeah, I agree with you about this. A2 was said. I coach out about number 5 pick for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Oh my God. It's not a night for the Montreal Canadiens, and we only talk about Montreal Canadiens. I understand that part with them. Guys, can we get there? There's so many people talk about this. Gary, all your thought about this, Gary, and come back with that question in 5 minutes. Ça serait fou qu'on trouve un moyen de trade avec le Sharks. DV talk about maybe a trade with the San Jose Sharks. It's not too big deal about this D for that. Buyout make no sense at the stage you gain a gap of space now when you don't need and create that space when you do. Well said, Deuce, about this one with it. Gary, I will never do that. Trade 5th pick for the 4th pick. This is a possibility Montreal can looking for. The cost about this guy, I don't know if you watched my video today, but I showed to you a graphic. I don't know if I have the graphic, guys. I'm going to hide my face, but don't worry about that. I know I'm ugly anyway, so you'll be happy not to see my face. Do you have this, Coach? Coach, where's this? Coach, do you have it? Coach, did you pick it? What happened to this, Coach? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I got it. All right, let's see, guys. So if you want to evaluate, guys, a pick in NHL, the value of a pick versus a value for the pick. This is what they create someone, and I don't know who did it, but anyway. So first overall pick, guys, is about 200 points. The second overall pick is 150, 120. So if you go from pick number 4 to pick number 5, the difference between two big guys is only 10-point value behind. So the Montreal Canadiens would like to compensate to give San Jose Sharks a 10-point value. If you look about the pick number 31 at the second column at the bottom, it's 22 points. So San Jose, if they get the 31st for the Montreal Canadiens, that would give an advantage for San Jose 12 points. But if you go about the 37 overall pick, it's 17.5 points for that one there. So back to your question, my friend, is Montreal could offer switch 5-4, and to add the second round pick, 37, that would be the value of 4-5. That's a possibility they can do. I don't know if San Jose want to do this or not. When you get a chance to pick up Benson or Smith, you don't turn it down. Pierre is not going to the Montreal Canadiens. Sad, 26 watching, only 14 likes. Larry Lavalley. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we cannot make it everything. Philadelphia, French engine, the orange color of the dish. I'm sure they have bigger concern and deal about this. We'll talk about this a little bit later. Wait, it's very good. That signed contract for $10.5 total a couple of months ago. It was a 5 years extension. Yeah, I thought it was per AAV. But it could be signed with any team, but he decided to stay with the Montreal. Example, a player signed for NHL reason. Here we go. Well said, Gary. About that, one kick does not give me confidence. Not really. Depends the situation, Larry. On the Monahan situation, that's a good deal. Good article today on the major screw-up. Extra Le Bloc was in Pittsburgh. It's always betrayed draft pick, Steve. Team decision, I guess, 1 year. I cannot say that it was unexpected. Neither has great track record. And the classic. Captain Kirk is in the house. Welcome back. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. Good evening, Gary, Jerry Willett, guys, back in the house. Another great supporter of the Hockey Nation show. Jerry, yeah, been really busy with his family right now for the last couple of months. But before that, he was always giving me some comments on my show, on my daily news. He constantly do it, by the way. But always a pleasure to open the door for our friend Jerry. Thanks to be with us, my friend. Hopefully, everything is doing better on your family, and we wish the best for you. If looking for a draft pick, we got the championship model still thinking. It depends. Yeah, you can go that way over there, but that's the part of the trade deadline. Steve, this is that way. At the trade deadline, you have a buyer and you have seller. The buyer tried to win the Stanley Cup, and the seller tried to rebuild. That's just 101 hockey, Steve. That's just the way about that one over there. It's just the way it works in hockey. So it's a will in hockey. It's a will. Colorado, what was Colorado in 2016, 17, 18, 15? They have to go to the bottom. They have to draft Rantanen, McKinnon, Duchesne, O'Reilly, Landeskog. Why? Because at the bottom of the standing. That's simple. So, yeah, right now, they won the Stanley Cup last year. But it's a will in hockey, unfortunately. I said before, Violet player or the Jack playing right now. Yeah, correct. Dubois is the most average hockey player I've received about this one or that. Rudolph, would Toronto like Dubois to play again with Marner? What would Toronto send back to us their first right draft choice? Yeah, I don't feel like Rudolph Dubois with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Why? Because they already Matthews, they already have Marner, and at the bottom two, they have David Kemp, a UFA over there, and they want to keep a low cost for the third center, the fourth center. This is a Kyle Dubois problem, right? And I'm going to talk about Kyle Dubois. I'm going to make a short video about 5 minutes about him with the Toronto Maple Leafs and what happened with Pittsburgh after that. But that's the present problem, Rudolph. By the way, and hopefully you enjoy Bangkok, Rudolph. Can wait to see you next week, my friend. Don't forget to text me when you have time. Spencer is it'll be a guy we can send emergency. Cooley A2. Larry Robinson et Monahan ont le même type de temps de but, mais des joueurs dans tous les aspects de leur position. Well said, André. Yeah, not will be down. Want to add to win, go back on the forum and let us continue. The best will say, like André, Larry, two, people, they've been and followed the Montreal game for years in the 60s. And it's fun to see those people in the chat. with cross-dressing and women, children. Pierre is not a star. Stay away from Pierre-Luc Dubois. Purpose is French need to the market, Dubois 2.0. The $8 million they gave to Dubois will be better used. We are ready to compete, not to mention the red flag. Randy exactly calls will be taking for 20 years with their current strategy. About that, we'll see. About no way Pierre get higher salary Kaczynski. At some point, guys, you cannot leaving on the case of only Suzuki. You want someone who's going to have more money as Suzuki at some point. It will happen maybe next year or the next 2 years after that. It's just the market or UFA it is. If you feel Pierre does it not fit with Montreal timeline, then why not we wait until next year to pick him up and never should be considered then. But the problem behind that in our tap is like he's not going to, because he requests a trade, the Winnipeg Jets might now try to trade him and the new team want him. They will spend a good asset in return and they don't want to get Pierre Dubois for 1 year. So Pierre Dubois, he put himself in the bad situation himself. Because if he was a little bit want to play in Montreal Canadiens, he would said, okay, I'm going to sign 1 more year with the Winnipeg Jets, $7 million, 6.5, whatever it is. I'm going to play there. I'm going to hang in there 1 more year, and then I'm going to become UFA. And zip, I'm going to Montreal after that. But because he requests to not sign a contract, the Winnipeg Jets want to trade him, and Montreal does not want to pay anything in return. Not much, but that the leverage of Pierre Dubois is limited. That's what the conversation other team jump in the race with him. Spinning facts. Sounds like Carter has spent no time with Dubois. Yeah, Larry, when you get over 65 years old, there are no much room for patience. Nicolas de Gobi-Bono in the house. Pas de problème, mon homme. Pierre-Luc Dubois, good for the Arcane Nation shot. About that one over there. Pillars marketing is what is Perlin is not he. Apply like a Basel, speak French, but he is a contemplaire polyester mix. Rudolph. About this one over there. Toi, pick up everything. Sidouin n'est pas. He's going to play one heck of the good year. Just try to more money and get a Montreal out of Montreal. Yes, André, bien d'accord avec toi. Don't say that, coach. Take a check. Allez, à toi, je pick up again in the chat, guys. William, the apply for that. Draft Ayuzuki scores and grooves. The goal, welcome in the house. It's really from England. Thanks so much. Have all the right direction, Larry, hopefully. And 5 years. I think so they are. 5 years, I'll be sonnet. I hope does not take that long. About this one over there. Renade Bezé, on your last comments. You can do that, Dubois video in 1 minute. There are some between national record for age category. Another I call Danny T is on the house. Welcome back, Danny, captain of the moderator. We got back for the 13th selection. What can we get if we trade that 5th pick? Any suggestion about the first pick? But it depends who you get Mitch Carr, right? You can go down and you can go up with a 5th round. But if you get the 5th round pick, the value I just talking about is about 90 points. You get like Detroit and Washington, you get to have another prospect in return, or you get another pick. I was really sad last night. I did not cry, but I made the video, and we have only 24 hours. I think 10 of my hours or 12 hours is only about news and NHL. And then I decided to watch Steve Yzerman conference last night. And Yzerman said, no. We don't trade 9 and 17. I just make a video about they should trade with the Montreal Canadiens to get Mitch Carr. But Detroit want to keep the pick number 9 and 17. That gave only Montreal Canadiens possible Washington about that. Now, I want to talk about Mitch Carr tonight, but we have a lot of news to do with Mitch Carr. So I'm going to go through the story about the news we have, and then I'm going to talk about Mitch Carr. because my mind is speeding. Mishkov, no Mishkov, Mishkov, no Mishkov, no Mishkov, Mishkov, no Mishkov. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I like Mishkov. But we'll see what happening about this in the next couple of minutes. Hopefully, Gary, I'll give you a little bit a quick answer for that one. Tomorrow night, guys, don't forget the Ab Nation news show every Monday, Wednesday night about Montreal Canadiens. Mr. Sean McIntyre, always a pleasure having you aboard. He brings all the knowledge about Montreal Canadiens. Hi, Coach. I think the scene today is telling everyone that if Pierre want to come to the Ab, it's next year. Well said. That's a great point about this, Sean. Again, I think for me, they need a top 6 forward. They get it with Monahan for 1 year. And Pierre-Luc will see what's going to develop his situation with the Winnipeg Jets. Can he go with LA and then a long-term contract? But we'll see. John Garage, Coach, do you think management would have some confidence with Monahan to be healthy? Yes, for sure. They feel now he's going to be back at 100%. But still, it's a guy player can have some kind of injury. And when you get older in the NHL, it's happened more often. But again, for them is that he bring a lot to the table, like I just mentioned 10 minutes ago. The leadership, the experience. He's a great human being. He's a great teammate, by the way. Randy Walkman follow him for the last 10 years maybe, and he knows exactly what Monahan bring on the table. So I think for me, that's what Montreal get, not only the player on the ice, but what come with him on the locker room, everything like that. Great point, John. They say it would teach people. Pierre want to eventually play on every team in NHL. Joe Manella, you deserve the first shot of the night. Pierre play for every team in NHL. That's a good one. You're welcome, Danny. Mac Babino back in the house. I'm just hoping Monahan can play another tier season and show Eden Brand enjoy. It would be a great two-way piece for what we can contain, similar to Dano, but more offensive. Well said, Mark. Compared to Dano, not a bad idea. I think Dano may be a little bit better to coverage players, opposite team, a little bit faster. But yeah, great point about the Monahan. Thanks to Frank and McGee scoring 14 Monahan. Gosh, you behind a little bit. I'm getting there, my friend. I go 1-to-1 about this. Mitchkov have a better year last year. He have a nearly injury this year and never get back on the track or ever. He was a North American player. He will probably go second overall pick. Adam Berger from Vegas is back in the house. Welcome back, Adam. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. Joe is a good one about that one there. Hi guys, I'm going to rock and roll 10 o'clock your time, guys. I'm going to give you a couple of news around the team. I don't have an interrogation. I don't know. No, there's a talk on the Wednesday about this. The news signature in NHL. We know already Monahan signed a new contract. Now, Zemgus Gergensen for the Buffalo Sabres signed a 1-year contract at $2.5 million. He has last year, I don't know. I think he have a contract of, he scored 8 goals last season. He is a first-round pick for the Buffalo Sabres at 29 years old. But we have another signature, a very low signature. The Arizona Coyotes signed Cam Fur for a 1-year contract, $775,000. Cam Fur played a couple of years in the NHL with the Boston Bruins, but he did not play last season. It was in 2020, 2021. He played last year for the Grand Rapids Griffin in American Hockey League before he finished his season with the Ducks and Roadrunner. He got trades during the season, and that's the reason he got a contract with the Arizona Coyotes. Talking about Arizona Coyotes, guys, they surprised everybody because they buy out 2 players, Cashin and Peter Nemeth. Listen, Arizona guys, it's not fun. It's not good. They have not much money right now, and why they buy out? They have not many players anyway. But because they try to cut the money, the most they can make right now, and that's the reason they sent Cation and Nemeth, and that's the reason they signed Camphor. But the player want to compete. That team have a really good year last season. You know, you have a Keller, Cruz, and you have the goaltender, Vel Medka. It's just right now to figure out what happening over there. They try to figure out the mullet situation. It's not good. It's not good. The cake is not good. Arizona is not good. I don't know. Are the Sabre even relevant? They're looking better and better for them. Joe, do we have a better name? Sam Manelli. Well, Dale, Adam, they will get rid of that one. Are the Sabre? I don't know what's going on, but we'll be about this. So let's move on, guys. Buffalo and Detroit would probably make the playoff next season. Buffalo will be interesting. Buffalo have a really deep problem is the defenseman. They need to add a top 4 defenseman. So that'll be interesting what they're going to do with that situation. Now, the goaltender is another big problem they have with it. Now, we know Alebak's name is talk a lot with the Buffalo Sabres, possible. We have a kind of carousel goaltender. We're going to talk about this the next show of the NHL, the Hockey Nation, guys. But this is a problem and the future for the Buffalo Sabres. They need to fix a top 4. I'm talking about a physicality defenseman. A guy can play on the right defenseman to be a little bit better for them, but they need toughness inside. Kudos and Buffalo, guys, that will be a perfect match for the Buffalo Sabres. That would be great. Luc Shine, that would be great. That's kind of the physical team I'm talking about. The goaltender, yes, they have Luciano over there, and they have Levi over there. But I think you cannot have both of them as your starter for the upcoming season. I think they would try to maybe make a trade for Alebak, send Luciano over there, and then after that to get maybe the Jet with a Buffalo have prospect guys. They have Misselstad, they have Peter Krebs. I just mentioned 2 of them. They can trade for Alebak. They can give maybe a first-round pick. I don't know. If you get Jet, they get Luciano, that fixes the goaltender. They get a guy like Peter Krebs or Millerstad. That's pretty good, Millerstad, as a center for the Winnipeg Jet. If they let Sheffley, Dubois go. And then you add a first-round pick to get more. I don't know. But that's the kind of deal I think the Buffalo should do about that one over there. Paul de Lindstrom going into our frame. Sebastian Saint-Lave, there's I believe this draft would be the most important draft for this current regime to get rate about this. Yes, possible for sure. The Flyers, guys, new uniform, trade bait, 6 players. What are you talking about? First of all, guys, we're going to talk about the Flyers right away here. The first guy, the Flyers trade block in front of you right away. They have Kevin Hayes. They have Travis Konechny. They have Scott Laughton. They have Tony D'Angelo. They have Carter Hart. And they have Travis Sanham. 6 players. Some of them play with the Flyers for many years. And all right now on the trade bait from on the trade block from the Daniel Briere GM. Will be really interesting. I will not be surprised. 3 of them minimum are not going to return for upcoming season. So you talked earlier, William, Enartap, Luciano, talk about it's going to be a really active NHL draft trade at some point. And that's one reason why, because the Flyers. I think the Flyers would love to trade one of them to get another pick, a first-round pick, or at least a second-round pick. By the way, the Detroit Red Wings, guys, really interesting case for them. They have the pick 9. They have the pick 17. They have the pick 41, 42, and 43. The last team, guy, did it at 3 picks back-to-back. Who? The Boston Bruins, remember? The Bruins, and they got a pick 12, 13, 14, or 13, 14, 15. And that one, they got Jake DeBrusk, but they screw up with the 2 other pick. They never make the NHL or barely make the NHL. So a very busy Eiserman is really excited about this. A lot of people complaining, why you sell Ronek and why you send that Bertuzzi. But now that's the reason why. You get right now team and return, and they get plus a picks for upcoming for Eiserman. Thanks so much for RJ. RJ, welcome back at us. I will give a shot for a lot for Hart. He sounds like a great project like that. Kevin Price come back sooner and coach him. Talking about Carey Price will be with the part of Montreal Canadiens at the training camp, by the way. But no, it goes tonight. Oh shit, next season it will be a different story. I still believe the Knights will be a very good team next season, in my opinion, Sebastian, because they keep everybody. The only two players can leave is Adin Hill and Barbashev. So that would be something. Pierre is the new head coach for the Rangers. My shocks. You're absolutely right. What's that doing these days? Did not hear retired for the good. He's still a coach for the Flyers for that one over there. So that we got guys for the Flyers. By the way, I'm not going to give that, but the Flyers launched a new uniform for the upcoming team. And it'll be interesting. Are they going to go there? I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm supposed to be here. And that's happening for the Flyers, guys. Let's move on. Guy for next one is the Flyers coach for Tortorella. Yeah, it is. Guys, the next one, the New Jersey Devils hiring Travis Green as assistant coach. Travis Green, guys, applied for the job for the Calgary Flames. He applied for the job for Columbus Blue Jacket. We know Travis Green was the head coach for the Vancouver Canucks, and he did not get the job. Now, the Toronto Maple Leafs was chasing a lot Travis Green, and finally, he decided to go with the New Jersey Devils. So that'll be the new hiring for Travis Green. Now, this is the time, guys, a lot of teams fill up the assistant coach. Example, Max Savard, possible go with Toronto Maple Leafs. That will be another one they're looking for Max Savard. We know he was the head coach of the Windsor Spitfire, I believe. And he's looking to have a head coach in the NHL. They did not get it yet, so he's looking maybe to go with the Flames or maybe with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Someone we have to follow up for Max Savard. Some for Port to team we're paying about this, right? Like it's sharing, right? Tortorella was a good call for the Rangers. Blue Jacket, Sebastian. Even DeBrusque was a bad pick when you think they could have picked Barzal, Chabot, and Connor. Well, absolutely right about this for sure, Mark. I was just mentioning the big name or the three name about that one. So it's going another desperate move, Luciano. Why don't Calgary just switch the team and I'll tap about that. Do like that. Thanks so much, Danny. Now, guys, talking about Toronto Maple Leafs with Danny, let's talk about them. It looked like the Toronto Sheldon Key will be returned behind the bench for the upcoming season. No negotiation yet, no contract yet, but look like he's coming back for the team for the upcoming season. Secondly, Austin Matthews is going to sign a new contract very soon with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't know, a 3-year contract possible, what I can see. But again, because of Kyle Dubas, Matthews is going to get more money for upcoming a new contract for him. So this is really the news we got for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We know that they have 10 UFA, and they have to figure out with Samsonov. It looked like Samsonov is going to go nowhere. But we talk about the goaltender, the carousel goaltender. It looked like Ranta and Anderson are negotiating right now to returning with the Carolina Hurricane. Really interesting move. It will be interesting if both of them are going to be with a team or not. Travis Jarry and Kyle Dubas, not much negotiation between both of them. Pittsburgh and Jarry is a UFA, so they still figure out for him. Halak tried to come back again one more year in NHL. We know he become now a UFA. Not sure he's going to return with the New York Rangers for Halak. Just give you the best goaltender. Look like Varlamov is looking to return with the New York Islanders. Lamariello love Varlamov. So I expect him a 1-year contract, maybe at $3 million for the upcoming season. That would be my expectation for Varlamov with the New York Islanders. Just thinking about Fleury maybe play 1 more year after he's going to be retired in NHL. That's a remark about the goaltender. It looked like Greg Anderson could be returned 1 more year, or if not, will be retired for him for that. If you want a goaltender, Mike Smith is UFA now, by the way. If you want to do that. Maxar is the current coach of the Windsor. Here we go. Exactly. And the top, I guess we'll find a way to resign Barbashev. That would be a really stretch, but he did it all the time. So for that one. Also, game will have a short leash when the team does not regular season. I agree with you. They need to put Stone and someone else on the term for him. That would deflate that they do all the time for that. Let's move on, guys, for the next thing we have here. Guys, the NHL trade bait, Ottawa, Alex DeBrincat. The Ottawa are looking to recover their pick when they trade for the first, second, and third round pick for Alex DeBrincat. That would be what they're really looking. The Ottawa Senators, they would like to get a first round pick, a second round pick, and possible good players, veteran at the bottom six. The destination, guys, the Detroit Red Wings. Can you imagine Alex DeBrincat in Detroit? Because what he can get, easy. They're going to get the 17th overall pick. They're going to give them the 42 overall pick, 2023. And they can get them another prospect, not a A prospect, but a B prospect, or they can give them another pick if they want to. Detroit have everything for what Ottawa is looking for. Alex DeBrincat, guys, at Detroit, that's a very good news for the Detroit fans. But the problem is they are in the same division. Can Ottawa do that or not? I'm not sure. But this is a big problem there. The Washington Capitals could have a DeBrincat with the team. The Washington guys are not rebuilding. They try to win back what they were, and they could send Manta over there, whatever it is. They have maybe a first-round pick in return. Washington have the 8th overall pick, by the way. Nashville, there's a thing with Barry Trotz. It's difficult to read, but again, we have to mix up a little bit. We talk about Dallas for DeBrincat. Dallas, we have to move some players over there. But the team, I think, we have to be careful, guys, is Seattle Kraken. The Seattle Kraken have some kind of prospect and organization. They have a first-round pick, they have a second-round pick, and they have money and on the space cap, and they need another player to score 30 goals, 35, 40 goals. So Seattle Kraken could be another big asset for Ottawa Senators. I don't think DeBrincat is going to return with Ottawa Senators. I think this is the end for him. But Ottawa says Ottawa will try to recover for what they gave to Chicago last season. It will be really interesting what is going to happen about that. C'est rumeur de DeBrincat coming in Colorado. But again, how Colorado can spend $9 million save on DeBrincat? Colorado Avalanche, guys, on the salary cap as right now $12 million. But right now they have $12 million, but they have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Signature forward. Now they have to add Nikushkin over there, $6 million. Now they have about 7, 8 players UFA, and they have to pay RFA BRAM. So if you think about that, they are right now on the situation where they don't have enough money to pay the DeBrincat, unfortunately for them. For that, the Brigade will make a Detroit Atomic Fund beat Luciano. I agree with you. How will the Montreal Canadiens deal with such a competitive zone and conference? That will be difficult on the Atlantic for sure. Carey Price would be at the Ad 20 camp next season for what I don't know. Helping the goaltending, Gary, teaching and helping. A lot of players does this when they are retired. When they are retired, I said. And that will be happening about it. We're putting on the Lensagag on the L loan to spend. Now they have $7 million. I agree with you, Steve. All right. Next year, not this year, the following year, DeBrincat sign a contract at $9 million. What do you do after that with Lensagag? You cannot make move only for 1 year. It's not like 1 year at a time. So, yes, they can put DeBrincat this year. I understand that. I knew that. But they have to figure out, guys. By the way, guys, Colorado Avalanche have only 4 picks this year. They have only 1 first-round pick. Guys, for the Canada Avalanche have only 4 picks on the next 3 years for the first round 1, 2, and 3. Anyhow, so that's the problem, Steve, about the DABERNAK with them if you go that way. We are putting plenty of money to spend. They are anyway, the Canadian contract at the point he has been out for 2 years now, since 2020. No, he cannot, Sébastien, about this. It will work. I'm going to goodbye vacation. Coach, what do you think Leaf finish first Atlantic next season? They will be there. And again, until I don't know the full roster for each team, it will be hard to tell you yes. But I would consider them to be a top 2 at that moment. Cancel or terminate Carey Price contract and pass the saving auto defense. You cannot do that, unfortunately. Thanks so much. RJ Angela Price said they were going to buy a home at downtown Montreal and they will be coming during that season. Here we go. So they need to resign. Landegag. Landegag have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more years to go at $7 million. Will be interesting, Steve, for that for sure. Coach, I'm not clear on how a buyout works. What determines the amount each team can buy out and do player contract affect the buyout? William. There are 2 rules, guys, in NHL for the buyout. Let's start with that way. It's your buyout at before 35 years old. Your buyout is 66-33. So you only buy out 33% of the 66%. The number is 67%, honestly, but it's easier to understand 33-66. When you're out after 35 years old, but now the buyout is turned around and now you pay only 33% of the players. That's the first rule, all right? Before 35, you pay 66% of the full amount of the contract. You're only saving 33%. One is over 35 is reverse. The second thing, the most important thing is you always multiply the number of the years remaining of the player's contract by 2. So if a player is buy out with 2 more years to play, you have to pay him for 4 years. The calculator will be a little bit too much to show to you exactly here, but the formula has always been that way, right? 67% buyout, and then the team pay, and then multiply the number of the year of the contract of the player to become the number of the year you pay for the players. And every player, like it depends, 4 years, $4 million, right? But you can maybe save at the beginning. You save a lot. The first year, guys, it's about 90% you're saving. But after that, you get punished after that. So they're going to get 6, 7, 8, 9. After that, you're going to get maybe 50%, example, maybe 20%, maybe 30%. Then you keep 20, 20, 20, 20, example. That's the best way. We give you an example, guys. You can go on the cap friendly, right? I will give you this one, guys. I don't know if I can do this here on my chat here, guys. I can do it. That'd be awesome. Oh, yeah, I can do it. This is the line, guys, I would suggest to go. Go to Grab Friendly, guys, and buy out calculator. Put the players of what you want to buy him, and that will give you exactly the number of how much he would spend per every year. But the rules, I just gave it to you. There are 2 specific rules. The 67% buyout and the age changing at 35 years old. Plus, after that, you multiply the number of the years by 2. So hopefully, guys, that will help you for that one over there. for this one, Mr. William Hug and McGuire. We should sign Rafael Harvey Pinard and Alanin. Great point about this. I will expect RHP to get a contract between $1.2 million to $1.5 million for a 2 years deal. Maybe 3 years, but more at 2 years if I was RHP. On the flip side, for Alanin, I would expect only 1 year contract at $1.5 million max for him. Maybe $1 million, maybe $1.2 million for him. We know both of them are now not waiver or the waiver. So if they are going to returning in Laval Rocket, they have to go through the waiver, and possibly they will be claimed about that. But thanks for joining us. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. It'll be awesome. We don't have to pick. We have a cup. Yeah, but say they cannot stay in the past, right? It's like, do you think Joe Sake, so now we win the cup, we don't do anything anymore, just play hockey and that's it? I think each team wants to continue to win more cup. I believe they are, but maybe win a cup is maybe that's enough for everybody. I don't know about that, but we'll see. A lot of the Boston rumor about trading a Marchand. Yeah, that's, there's another trade bait about him, 34 years old, but I'm not sure they will do it. I think they're going to keep him. I would be shocked they would do that, but you never know. For that one, at the goal shot, I got screenshot. Grab friendly, no problem. We got Byron, a second round pick for Lekanen. You're absolutely right about this. Alabama would be better to destroy Soleil. I don't know about that. RJ, thanks so much for this information. She will be adjusted. Here we go, guys, on that one. Guys, Mr. Enartap talked the last couple of days, guys, and I want to finish this show that way. So what I did, guys, I select, because Enartap said, Jesus, this NHL draft is complicated this year. Everybody put someone up, someone down, and everything like that. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to give you a top 16 mock draft, right? But sports fan expert and in hockey for NHL draft. You have the elite prospect, you have the Sportnet, you have the Athletic website, and you have the TSN with the pardon. So that's what they are. I think I use a Broman, and then I use McKenzie, I believe, and for elite prospect, I use David St. Louis. So they are right now, they suggest who they're going to pick. So I have 16 of the 32. I'm going to do an exercise, and what I would like to you guys, be agree or disagree, or what you think. If you have any question about the prospect guy for the next 15 minutes, this is the time to ask me a question. I will answer to you. Tomorrow night, I want to go through the Montreal Canadiens, and I want to talk about Michkov tomorrow night and the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to be 1 week prior the NHL draft. And we're going to talk about the selection of Montreal Canadiens tomorrow night at 5, at the 5th, at 31st, 37, 69. So hopefully that will helping you to understand we are far from the 30s of the elite players. What it's France. We win a cup every 10 years, doing something right, Steve. I don't said, Steve, I don't said wrong about that at all. They are doing great about that. But I just tried to explain to you, the brain cat, if they sign the brain cat, the Surrey cat will be a problem at some point in the future. That's pretty much what I just said. I have no problem with the Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup, for sure. Very complicated draft and attack is so right. I don't think, said Jesus, what that would be an initial draft. Be June 20. What date will be the initial draft? Is June 28, June 29. So Connor won't be with the shot. No. So this is the first one, guys. The Chicago Blackhawks on the clock, and they get Connor out. Everybody is agree, and I'm sure most of you are going to be agree about this. Don't forget, guys, click. We're going to get we have pick 67, 69. We can talk about this one, of course, for sure. The pick number 18, guys, the Anaheim Ducks are on the clock, and all of them select Adam Fantilli. So that's what they got right now. So for that one over there, Adam Fantilli. We're going to move quick, guys, on the first 3 pick. Everybody is agreed. The Columbus Blue Jackets select Leo Carlson. Yes, some have said Will Smith for them, but most of them are looking now for Leo Carlson. All 3 to 1. So we have Bedell, Fantilli, and Carlson. Move on to number 4. Whoop, it's starting to be trends. All of them select Matvey Michkov. One of them, the Atlantic, select Will Smith. Not many change right now on the top 5, right? Michkov, Smith now pick it up, number 4. Now, the 5th overall pick, guys, this is going to be really interesting. That's why you're looking at right the first together for the right, the chick. The 5th on the clock. Here we go, guys. You have everything. The elite prospect select Zach Benson. The Spornet select Rand Leonard. The Athletic select Matvey Michkov. And TSN with Greg Barton. Greg Barton.
Killing me.
Axel Senden Pelika. I forgot the key K at the end. I bet 2 double A. I don't get it. With all the respect for Senden Pelika, to put him at the top 5, Mr. Greg Barton. Hello, 2023, Greg. You're not the head coach or not the GM of the Calgary Flame anymore. I don't get it. But Michkov, Leonard Benson. That's what we got about this one for sure. Yep. Pelika there, top 5. I'm not sure for this one. Michkov for the Sharks, Randy. Will Smith, best thing for him if 2 more years and college hockey. William, you're absolutely right about this. Not a bottom fan. Yeah, you're absolutely right about this. Let me clear you said Leonard. Benson for Randy. The conversation, guys, is going to be like this forever on that one over there. And tomorrow night, we're going to figure out this at the hockey, at the Ab Nation over there. Draft Pelika. If Montreal draft Pelika, yeah, I agree with you about this one there. I don't think so it will happen. The Arizona Coyotes pick number 6, guys. They got Rand Leonard, Will Smith, David Rimbacher, and Will Smith. So you can see, guys, the name of Rimbacher. That's the first time they pop up and that mock draft for fun people. You can see the first 3, everybody was agreeing. Start at 4, 5, and 6. Now the people changing their mindset about the pick on the mock number 6. Greg Barton is gone off the planet, not just the board. About this. We go to move on, number 7, guys. Now, let's go with Will Smith. Now, Smith is number 7. David Rimbacher, Rand Leonard, and Edouard Salé. Again, Barton, after he put Pelika number 5, he put now Salé or Chalet at number 7. This is another big, I don't know. I'm not feel good like Steve G. What the heck is going on with him? I don't know. But that's happening there. Maybe another Greg McGran, Alex Smith over Benson and Carlson. Steve G. I think is available. We are picking Smith, dudes for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's move on, guys, for the next pick over there. Number 8, the Washington Capitals. Oliver Moore, first time he pop up on the screen. Benson still there. The first time, Dalibor Devoski. And the first time guy, Tom Willander. Another strange pick guy by the TSN, Greg Barton. Williams, hey coach, I like a 40. Don't forget to open eyes. It those like it. Kachuk it. Jack Egol. Surely is going to be good, but too early. I agree with you, Steve, about Shelley. About that. Let's move on. Pick number 9 with the Detroit Red Wings, guys. They have now David Rebecca, Colby Barlow, Zach Benson, and Devoski. Now, Barlow is the first time pop up on the screen tonight at the 9, but Rebecca, Benson, and Devoski. So Benson, guys, some of them put him number 4. Now he's put number 9 on that one over there. And Devoski is a back-to-back on number 9. TSN on crack. Number 10, guys, the St. Louis Blues. Now, they have Simashev on Elite Prospect, first time. They have Devoski again. Nate Danielson, this is the first time on this. And then Colby Barlow is back for the second time on the on this draft. But Barlow has to be up here. He'll be a power forward in 5 years. That's a great point about this, William, for Barlow at the top 9 at 10. The next one, number 11, guy, we're going to go on the Vancouver Canucks. They have Devosky, Pelika, Willander, and Matthew Wood. Wood is a NCAA player winger, a 6'3" winger, right winger, I believe. And you can see now 2 defensemen from Sweden pop up at number 11 for the Vancouver Canucks. Could be on that direction if Vancouver when they get there. I think they will still be gone at 11. Barlow could be another pick for the Vancouver Canucks if they want to get there. Actual scout lists are even more erratic than this. Simachev have higher, possibly 6 overall, William McLeod said. And don't forget to click on the likes. Now we're going to get to edit prospect guy for the second time on the clock, the Arizona Coyotes. Quentin Musty, first time. Samuel Ozek for the Vancouver Giants, very big 6'3". Gabe Perreault, finally the third of the trio with Smith and Leonard and at 12, by Atlantic. And then Ren Leonard, again, 12. By TSN, our friend Greg Budden, he put Leonard 12. I don't know what kind of smoke he take, but anyway, that's happening there with any Russian player, and you'll be fine. What's getting a sport right now, William? Yep. Now the number 13 guys, the Buffalo Sabres are right there. Edit prospect guy got Grayson Sachin. This is the first time I heard about him. But it is. Then the Sportnet guy put Otto Stenberg and a center for the Sweden. Stenberg, guys, I see him between 26 32, so I don't get it. Simashev, again, not too bad. Again, Callum Ritchie, that's the first one. Ritchie is more between 15 to 20, but he's still there by Greg Callum, Greg Abaddon about this one there. So really interesting about this one for another one. Chicago Bear Nick is in the house. Welcome back. Did you get your Nuggets one mark shirt, Willie? There we go. Congratulations for all the Denver Nuggets fans, by the way. 14 guys, the Pittsburgh Penguins on the clock. They have Callum Ritchie, we just mentioned. Then finally, Charlie is really where I believe he could be. Onzek is really where he should be. Benson, a little bit behind, I think, for again. Our friend Greg messed up a lot his pick, but Benson at 14. Bonham has gone into the Jack Daniels again. Greg has the you guys are funny. Outside of Bedall, age of this year draft have major flaw in their game. This is why you see such difference. Mr. Roger DANY in the house. Welcome back. Don't forget to click on the likes. Judging by this mock draft. And then we'll get that one over there. Let's finish it, guys, with two to go. We have 15 Pittsburgh Nashville Predator guys. They have Pelika, Willander, Pelika, and Perreault. They are really the 4 players, guys. They make sense to me. That's why you're going to see them at that area. Perreault maybe a little bit earlier. Pelika maybe at that time, and Willander. All depend the teams. But it's really a good one at Nashville at 15. I know Nashville lost Egg home last season. They got Barry, and they tried to rebuilding maybe the defense. So I'll be not surprised they get Willander and Pelika. And we know they love the Sweden players over there. So that will be something to follow up for sure. Roger, thanks to be with us tonight in our tap. So many are raw talent, right, to predict 5 years out about that one over there. Finally, guys, the last one for 16 for tonight, guys, we have Matthew Wood, Gabe Perreault. The first time we have Brendan Yager and Oliver Moore. Oliver Moore, 16, I think will be a little bit earlier, but that'll be Brendan Yager, guys, be a guy I wouldn't be surprised between 15 to 20. Perreault, 12 to 16. Wood, it's all depends. Like William said, his skating is average, but he's a big winger that will be helping maybe to pick a little bit earlier, maybe 12 or 13, 14 for him. Thanks so much, my friend Roger. That'll give you guys just an overview of when you said coach is changed his mind, or coach is thinking differently, or enough tap, or everybody, maybe you too. right? Randy does his mock draft. Marco does, and after you look everywhere, and it's up and down. One thing, guys, is guarantee you, and I'm going to finish the show that way. They have only 5 players, and that draft are better to anybody else in the draft. You have Bedard, Fantilli, Carson, Smith, and Michkov. They are the only 5. You can mention Benson, Leonard, Devosky, Rimbacher. They are not the same page. They are not at the same page. Any team are not going to draft 5, the player I just mentioned to you. They miss completely the draft. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to repeat again. If you don't draft Michkov the top 5, that team are going to be remembered. They're going to make one of the biggest mistakes. And the last 20 years in NHL, they have no one better at Michkov from the blue line to the goal line on any level, on offensive zone, on the shooting, on the scoring, on the IQ, on open space, on the vision. Nothing is better at Michkov from the goal line to the blue line. No one. No one. This is what Michkov is. Better at Bedard. And again, on the offensive side of the game. They are the rest guys, Carlson, Fantilli, Smith, and Bedard, are completely dominate the NHL draft prospect. Whatever you try to sell to me, Leonard, Benson, Ray Parker, they are not close. They are not close to be like the top 5 we talk about. And any draft you do every year, it's rare, really rare. You have 5 unique players we got this year. It's not happening every year. Look last year. Sakoski, Coley, Chirichek, Nemec. Right. They're not going to make the top 5 at this year. It's rare. It's unique. It's special. But you have 5 specific players. Montreal had the biggest problem is if they mess up with Michkov, they're going to remember them for years to come because of Michkov. That's simple. As a hockey player, I don't know about other things. I'm not looking what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. I'm only looking for the hockey player. When you select the players, you select the best player on the board. And Michkov is better at Benson, Rimbacher, Leonard, Devosky, Pelika, whatever you want to name it. If Montreal skip Michkov, no one close at Michkov. No one. I don't say they won the Stanley Cup with Michkov. But if you're looking at super elite players, you have to take Smith, Carlson, Fantilli, Michkov, or Bedard. And that's why Ken Hughes try hard to get out of the position 5. That's why we said all year long, Montreal cannot finishing 5. They have to finish top 4. And that's happening right now with Michkov. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk about Michkov more. I'm going to bring you the reason why Michkov has to be picked by the Montreal Canadiens. Will be a big debate tomorrow night with Marco and our tab guys. We're going to be live at 9 o'clock. We'll see what happened here. I know at the time I was talking like this, a lot of people would pick it up here. Going to all again, at some point, such a great shot. Pelika is the best at insulting the second pair defenseman, but is a solid skater. I agree with you. I'll be at my draft up next Monday. Awesome to hear that. Looking for it is for sure. Fantasy is as the highest competed level I've seen at a long time. He will drag a team through his playoff. Do you see what coaching in the NHL this season? The only spot right now, it could be the Ottawa Senator, Willie. So I'm not sure it will happening or not with Patrick Roy I predict he's going to be called for a third senator, but I don't know it will happen. Otherwise, I don't see him nowhere. Coach said, you draft Michkov, then said, don't draft him at any point. Now back to draft Michkov. Yeah, that's the point about that, right? Per talent, skill, it's Michkov. Now, if you think about a roster construction, you cannot get Michkov. That's the difference between what I said and don't said. All right. So if you think about only draft the players with no thinking about the roster construction, you select Michkov. If you want to build a team to winning the Stanley Cup, and you think about the roster construction, play a role like you see talk about Likonen earlier, all right? But you cannot have, at my eyes, a guy like Michkov and Caulfield on your top 6. So I'll be a little bit concerned about that one over there. But talent-wise, Michkov is still there. And I'm shifting because more I see more videos, more I read, and more I look, all the stuff like that. That's make me changing my perception about different players. And I will go all the way like this until the beginning of the NHL Draft 2023. Last year, I get all the way to Shane Wright, and then I started 5 days before that to looking about Sarkowski more and more and more. And at the end, I decided to go with Sarkowski. So nothing wrong to change my mind. I'm not hiding. I'm not make any excuse. I just, for me, that's the way you grow your knowledge about hockey, is to see more videos and to read more about different players, everything like that. Everything like this is stock and Russia. I agree. With it. I agree, coach. He will make a whatever pass on Michkov from 5. Look at our phone in 3-4 years. People have overthought they will have a superstar in 40 years. Michkov is the second best player in this draft. The best players are coming out the next 3 years in the draft. A ton of talent. Choose from Steve G. You have a few players next year. Alzeman and Celebrini for sure. Pierre-Luc want to force the trade, red flag. Matthews Tkachuk force a trade hero. About this, I don't think so. Tkachuk, it's two different thing between Matthew Tkachuk and Pierre-Luc. If you put both together, I don't see the same way. I don't see the same way because Tkachuk sit with the team and they try to explain and they have a kind of conversation between both of them. I'm not sure if Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to see 1 year later. It was said, I really like the GM at the Winnipeg Jet. I didn't hear the Pierre-Luc Dubois said, I really like the GM and the coach and the GM and Columbus. Tkachuk said last week or 3 weeks ago, Brad did an amazing, great job in Calgary Flame. I'm really, really grateful about him. I don't see Pierre-Luc Dubois who would turn around and said, Shovel Duff, he did that to me. That's the trend between Pierre-Luc Dubois and Matthew Tkachuk. About characters. About hockey player, they are not on the same page between both of them, between Tkachuk and Pierre-Luc Dubois. If Pierre-Luc Dubois thinking is like the next Matthew Tkachuk, ouch. But it is what it is. Can I argue again, coach? Michkov has an uncanny ability to score blindly, a goalie, and no looker. Michkov has the best wrist shot I have seen, coach. So you should skip Michkov, but if he's there, the Habs should take him. At least Marco said no, then Michkov should not be taken by the Habs. Demain soir, ben de sang pour Michkov, André. Voilà. I'm wearing my helmet tonight. Carpet code just hit low about this one over there. Michkov, an elite talent with great hockey vision, and like Gretzky, Montreal already know their pick. I don't think Michkov is on the list. I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. Again, I'll not be surprised about that. I feel like they feel a lot about Ryan Leonard, but they try to get Smith for sure. Michkov is coming onto the draft. I don't think it's doing that to tell people he stay in Russia for the next 7 years. Finally, put the choix du Canadien. Ça pourrait arriver. Vous devriez sauter mes scores, mais il est là. There you go, guys. 9:43. And we did very good tonight. Very good. No, don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Don't forget, guys, the new Ad Nation, guys, show. And I would like to hear from you about this. We talked about this earlier, guys. I just want to give you another way to sharing people was not there at the beginning of the show, guys. But what we try to do, guys, we're going to starting maybe a new channel. It's called the Ad Nation. We're not shut down the Hockey Nation. We're going to have a lot of things happening here. But we try to create another channel. It's called the Ad Nation. One going a specific night for the Montreal Canadiens. We may be looking to get that area. And it's called the Habs Nation live. If you want to go on the YouTube channel, I don't know it pop up. I did the background already. You can subscribe. I have 1 subscriber, and I did it myself. But we tried to build this. It's going to be a transition. It will take time. It's not going to happen right now. It's going to be a 1 show per week in French. It's going to be a 3 show per week for the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to do a video, and we're going to be live streaming. On the Hockey Night, on the Hockey Nation, it's going to be a 3 show per week during the winter season. Plus, Michael Devanano will be there. I'm going to add more people to join live over there. So, we try it. We see what happens during the summer. It's not confirmed going to be the only way we're going to do this in the future. We try to see if we're going to increase in the number of the people join me live at the Ad Nation talking about the Montreal Canadiens. So if you have any feedback, guys, don't hesitate to put in the chat. If anything you would say, no, that's not good, you should stay here. Or if you feel like, oh, that's maybe a good idea. Whatever it is, guys, we want to hear. And I'll tap Luciano for the next couple of days going to checking that chat about this. And then if you don't mind to subscribe, it would be great. We try to get there. And again, it's another avenue we are thinking. And I think I don't hide anything, guys, here. I'm your friend. You're my friend. That's how I see that. I love each one of you. Whatever you agree or disagree with me, I don't change anything in my life. I just enjoy to be all together. So it's a possibility. I don't say it will happening, but we try to figure out something on that on this side. We'll see if it will be better or not. So I just want sharing that with you, and you can give us a little bit more information about that. Obviously, Mitchkov opening beer league, the Bleu Blanc Rouge. Fantasy won't get past the Blue Jacket and probably not past the Ducks. Dudes, I agree with you for that one over there. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. Thank you, RJ. We're going to finish, guys, the shows on the Frenchy Quiz tonight. We have 3 questions for you guys. We do this every time at the end of the show. This is the leaderboard. Again, nobody is more at 2 wins since the beginning of the summer for the quiz. We have right now... we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is show number 12 of the summer. And the winner of the leaderboard, Nicolas, and our top RJ with 2. Yes, the last game we played, it was Andy Cuivra. It was the winner. So every time, guys, we're going to give you some kind of information about that. And that'll help you to figure out what's going on here at the Hockey Nation Live Show. It's meant I get to listen to an tap, then I will be all for it, coach. About this, that'll be awesome. Thanks so much. Nhl, vas-tu parler, coach? Nhl, vas-tu en parler, coach? Oui, on va parler de Chris Nhl the next couple of shows. We try to get Chris Nhl with us live at some point during the summer. Anyhow, guys, time for the Frenchy Quiz.
Oh my God!
Are you ready? Question number 1 of the night, ladies and gentlemen. There are 8 players play over 59 minutes TOI in 1 single game in the playoff. One of them is a forward. Who is he? Only 1 player, guys, play in the single game playoff over 59 minutes in 1 game only. Is it Matthew Tkachuk, Yager, Eisenman, Taze, or Elias? Which one of them have played over 59 minutes in the single game in the playoff in NHL history? Ready? Another 0-3 night. Coach, you should do a mock draft before next Wednesday. Yeah, it's coming very soon, dudes. I'm almost there for that one. Chicago, go with Jonathan Taze. Thanks so much, Mr. Nick, don't forget the gun light. RJ go with Taze. I think he is, dudes. Yes. Nicolas go with Kachuk. Thanks so much. Nicolas de Bobby Bono. We love Mr. Nicolas. Wait for new order. Put an answer on that one over there. Here we go. We have Andy go with C. Woody go with B. C with C. We have Rudolph with E. And Larry Lavalley with B. Thanks so much. Woody and Larry and Rudolph. We have A2E, Deuce with D, Randy with B, Real Deal with D, and Arthur with C. We have William McClure with A. Yeah. And at what time, where is Sebastian? So William Snyder said that there is a time to set up the winner of this one. Joueur avant de voir Eden confirmant de Montreal Canadien. That would be awesome. See that. We have a few people nail it, guys, because the answer Yagar and Willie Snyder, Larry Lavalley, and Randy Walkman got the first answer. Randy, you're on the clock tonight. Very good for you. For that one there, all the three people are the winner of this first contest, first question of the night. Jeremy Allah, welcome aboard. Willie said, Black, saves a Black Willie. Question number 2, guys. Joe Pavelski is the oldest player to score 4 goals in the playoff in one game, but the team lost, unfortunately. Which player below did it, but the youngest one? So all the players at the below here, some of them score 4 goals and the team lost, but which one is the youngest one? Pavelski is the oldest one. I'm looking for the youngest one. Is it Wayne Gretzky did it? Ray Ferraro, Denis Savard, Dave Andrechak, or Lanny McDonald? Here we go. You must be wrong, Randy. How do you think there is Chicago with Denis Savard? Another Chicago set up there. Denis Savard, the Speedorama. Here we go. I had to go with Wayne Gretzky. Thanks so much. We see other answer for everybody. Here we go. We have Nicolas. We have CG, Rudolph. We have Larry Lavalley. We have Andre, Deuce, Joseph, and Artap. Welcome back, Joseph. Randy Walkman, Woody Snyder. And do we have anybody else? We're going to wait. Andy Cuivula, back in the house. Welcome back. Real Deal with E. Jeremy Alla with C. William McClary with B. There we go. We have all the answer. Your final answer is done deal, guys. We have a few people did it. And the good news for everybody is the one have the good answer. Question number 1. They are wrong for question number 2.
Oh my God!
Because the guy, the youngest one at 24 years old is Lanny McDonald. Did it in NHL with 4 goals during the playoff, and the team lost. So what happening, guys? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Guys have the one good answer. We have Real, Joseph, Nicolas, Randy, Larry, and Willie are the one over there. So congratulations on that one. One more to go, guys. Here we go. John Tavares. He's the first Leaf to have a hat trick in the playoffs since 2003. Who was the last player for the Toronto Maple Leafs did it? Is it Matt Sundin, Mogini, Roberts, McCabe, or Ponika Roski? Who did it? The last players score a hat trick prior John Tavares. Good luck, everybody, on that one. Brand new with C. Welcome, brand new. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. Andre, grab again. I don't think Live ever answer correctly. I'm pro. Hey, too. Oh boy, enough that. Chicago with B. Willie Summer with A. We have RJ with C. Joseph with B. Jeremy Ala with D. Thanks so much, Jeremy. We have Nicolas. We have Rudolph. We have Andy. A2. Bran. Duz. Andre Rabat. We have CG. William. We have Larry Lavalley. We have Jake McAnwy. Jake is back in the house. Welcome back, Jake. Thanks for being with our Canadian Live show. I'm still waiting for Randy Walkman. Randy Walkman and Enartap. Guys, we have a tie in the game tonight, guys. Many of you have a good answer on that one. Don't go nowhere. We have maybe an overtime question for those people, guys. The answer to that one, guys.
Oh my God!
If you answer, guys, B, Alexandre Mogherini, you win that question. And Joseph Laham, Nicolas de Goubi-Bono, Randy Walkman, and Larry Lavalley are the winner of this contest, guys, tonight. Congratulations. But we're not done. Because when we have 3 players with a winner, we're going to have an extra question only for them. So the question, guys, for this is this part. Hold on. I'm going to get it. Don't go nowhere. So this question, guy, is for Larry Lavalley, Randy Walkman, Nicolas de Goubi-Bono, and Joseph Laham. You have to tell me this, guys. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I have to find out this one. I know I put somewhere for you guys because if ever happening, I need to know if it's happened. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to get it for you guys. Hold on. 7 days. I don't know, 7 days on that one. All right. I want to know, guys, the nickname of this team play in hockey. The nickname of this team, guys. What is the nickname of this team? You have to give me the nickname of the team. On that one. This is between Larry Lavalley, Randy Walkman, Nicolas de Goubi-Bono, or Joseph Laham. This is only for them. So if you can give me an answer, the nickname of that team, guys. Here we go. They want to like the channel. I don't know French, so not sure I will understand anything at the other channel. It's going to be only 1 hour per week they run on the French side of the channel. It's not going to be all the time in French. It will be only 1 hour per week. Example, Monday night at 7 o'clock they run. It's not going to be. It's going to be 95% all English. They run, by the way. So anybody not this, I will give you about maybe 5 good night. I have no idea. Randy Walkman. I'm beautiful. You only a right answer cap. It looked like nobody have this. The Pepsi team, Andre, about this one there. Joseph and Nicolas, any answer, guys? If not, Nicolas, Pepsi, Andre, Joseph, about this one over there. And we have a winner, guys. But I will give you the winner for everybody, guys. Larry Lavalley, Randy Walkman, Nicolas de Goubi-Bono, and Joseph Laham are the winner. But the team was the Bison, by the way. So congratulations for each one of you guys. We're going to give generous tonight. And we go. 4 winners tonight at this contest, guys. They concluded. In our top, said the Bison, you're absolute about this. I just bet the winner here. With that, Nicolas take the lead, by the way, by 3 winners of this contest on the Hockey National Show, Frenchy Quiz. That's concluded, guys. Another show tonight. I don't know if you enjoyed it. I would like to hear from you. Don't forget to click on that. We'll be back tomorrow night. The Ad Nation tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m. And after Marco are back in the house. We talk about the the mock draft. We talk about Monahan, talk about Montreal Canadiens, what he can do, what he will do, whatever happening to them. We're going to talk about this one night. The Pepsi was used in Quebec about this one with that. Thanks so much for the Luciano for the link about this. Yes, Buffalo Bison, Steve G. Great job, guys. Randy Walkman, I have something to see you that. 19 Culture, second channel. Here we go, guys. We wish you an amazing, great night. But before we leave, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. You have greatness inside of you. Thanks so much, all the moderators. And after that, we have Luciano, Danny T earlier. And then we want to thank everybody come back here with me tonight, all the people in the chat. Thanks so much to be with us. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock again. And of course, without you, it would be impossible. Please sharing this on your social media. We need more people pop up every night and we have a better conversation. Great to have each one of you. Some from Denver, from Alberta, from Winnipeg, from Quebec, from USA, from everywhere around the world, from Thailand, by the way. And I can't wait to see you next time. Until then, my friend, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate the first half of what? Your 2023. Have an amazing great night, everybody. Sweet dream. And of course, remember, me. I love you. Have an amazing great night, everybody. Not good, Devon. Good night, William. Joseph Laham, Nicolas. Good night, my friend André Robert, RJ, Randy Walkman, Wally Snyder, Joseph G, Luciano. Devon again. Larry. Have a good night, buddy. Deuce. Good night. See you tomorrow night. Luciano, RJ, Jeremy Allah, Nunavut. Here we go, Jeremy. Glad to hear that, my friend. Good night, Willie. Good night, Devon. Have a good night. And after that. Oh. Booyah!